It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is...
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular, but in the playoffs, you'll take solid, and that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Wentz. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
The Panthers take over.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
49-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 43-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And 6.
Going to throw right side here, complete.
That's good for a carry.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now the extra point.
For the point after.
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier. Troy Pride on the tackle.
Wentz now on first down. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
On the tackle. Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz escaping the pressure right.
Wentz.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
42-yard line.
This is McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On play action, they'll throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Sly on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Eagles.
Now Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. Wentz call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, Get that one out of the rotation. Give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wentz on the give to Sanders. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle by Jeremy Chin. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Panthers 14, Eagles nothing.
From the 24, Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Eagles.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 17-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
To throw, it's Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown. Hunter Renfro there to make the grab. There the Eagles are back within a score. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
14. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll look to throw here on first down. Fights through him. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Well, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now on 2nd and 16. Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. That's taken it around the 40. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. The 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And we'll see if that pick-6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. And it's the New Orleans Saints who will march on as they knock off the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards.
And that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 17, Eagles 14.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case,
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Gets around him. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. Brushing off defenders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it.
Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Derek Brown getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Green on the tackle. A gain of 2.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz.
29-yard line.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
Here's Wentz to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
They'll go again with Sanders.
At the 17.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the gun, it's Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this will be incomplete. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, third and goal.
Third down and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Wentz. Steps away, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 6-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Sanders with a 1st down carry, but he's going to be stopped up behind the line. A loss of a couple there.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Wentz. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And an Eagle first down.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
41. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Wentz going to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Panthers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that'll bring him back within a point. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Wentz now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Once again with Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Eagles 24, Panthers 20.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 31-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
48-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Eluding the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Intercepted.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another run with Sanders. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And they take a knee. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row. They've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go.